Hi everyone. In this video, we are going to take a look at how we can use the PnP JS property field picker control to upload the images in the SharePoint document library and use those images in the web part to display in the background, or let's say in kind of any image tag, right? So first I will show you a demo what we are going to do. So this is the web part I have created. In that web part, I have used that control called from the property pane. So here we have option to select the file. Actually, it's a file picker. So I have specifically used it for images only. So once you click on it, this panel will open where you have a lots of option to upload images from. But today's focus is specifically going to on the upload section only. And I will click on choose file. I will select the file. If I click on add a file, it will directly show it here. And once you republish the page, you can directly see that uploaded file here, and you can upload any other images as well. So this thing we are going to build here. So for this, you need to create one SPFX project. Then you need to install two libraries. The one is npm PnP JS library, and the another one is PNP Control. So all the commands to this installation I will put in a chat description, so you can directly copy it. So you don't have to worry about any versioning related issue. So let's get to our web part. Currently I did not created anything, just one heading for this video demo. Let's understand the file picker control, what is going to happen here. So here we have a lots of options. So recent file, we can upload a file from the web search, we can upload a file from OneDrive, and using the links. Then how we are going to use it? So first let's set up the basic thing in your SPFX project. So first go to the interface file. The very important thing for any SPFX project is to set up the context. So here I will set up my context, and in the main TS file as well, here our context will be this.context. So make sure to use the context name, because sometimes people use CTX anything, but yeah, make sure to use that exact same name everywhere you are using it. So after that, let's understand this installation. The first thing, you need to import the file picker in the interface file. So let's go here. Let's import that one. Then we have to create a new property in your web part. So you don't have to copy everything because you already have the interface set up in your project. So you just have to copy this. Go to your property file, and here you can put it. So here the type is file picker result. So once you've done the PNP SPFX control installation, it will automatically get imported. You just have to click on quick fix, so it will import it for you. After that, we got one error highlighting because we set up the two custom properties, but we initialize only one file here. So I don't want it this, or just we can keep it. And the same thing, I'm going to import it because we already have it here. Then these are related to the property pane control that we are going to use it later, and in our main file as well. Here instead of the file picker result, I will use this dot properties dot file picker result. After that, it's time to use the control. Just go down, and here I deleted the existing controls and kept only the group field, and here we are going to use it. So let me just copy everything from the site itself and just paste it here. The only thing I need to change the control. So here I will copy it, and here. So let me zoom this. I'm not sure how much text you can see, but yeah, I've kept the zoom to max, so I hope you guys can see it. So let's understand this. So first, it has set up the context. These are contexts we already set up. You don't have to use the this.property.context. This will only work. Then the important thing, file picker result, whatever the file we save it here, we have to store it somewhere. And these are the functions on save and on change. So currently we are just logging the value in the console. So we are going to see how it behaves. And then these are some fields like button level and label. If you want to change it, you can change it. So I will just save it So we got one error, and here we have the props, so we can ignore it for now. So let's wait for it to run. So I have already initiated the gulp serve, so let's wait for it to run. So here we can see this is successful. Let me go back, refresh the page. If I edit the web part, I got this, the file picker. If I click on it, I have various options. So let me just show you one option from here for demo purpose. So let's select any of the file from here. I will remove the console so that you can see the values. So if I select this, if I click on open, once I save this, I get the object. So let's understand this. We have the file absolute URL, then we have the file name. So notice here file absolute URL is automatically generated. So keep a note of it. File name without extension, we don't want it currently, and the download file content is here. So this is the blob actually. So notice this file structure, and let's start to upload a file from the system and see how it changes. So I click on upload, uploaded a file, and let's add the file. So you can see here is the updated content. So notice the file absolute URL is null because this image we have hosted locally in the property pane itself. So what if we need to use this image directly in the HTML control? We need that absolute URL of it, right? We got the file content in a blob format, let's say, but we have to store this image somewhere to get the absolute URL. But you will get a question like we did not write any function for it because all these options are directly generating the URL because the images from OneDrive have the URL itself. Stock images as well. These images from the web only. So they have the URL. From a link, because we are going to add an image from a link, they have the URL. But in case of upload, we don't have it. Right? So we need to add a function from that. So what we are going to do, here's the process. So whenever user clicks on upload, in that case only, we are going to store that file somewhere. So let's say in document library or any site asset folder, we can say. We have to apply that condition as well because if file absolute URL is null, in that case only we have to upload because it's going to upload in every cases, right? So we don't want that. So for this, what I will do, I will just create one folder. So instead of creating, I will just use the existing one. So let's say here we have the site assets, and here I have created the web part image name folder. So whatever the images from that web part, I'm going to upload it from here, upload it here. So for this, I'm going to use PnP control only, the PnP JS actually. So I have installed the PnP already, and I'm going to use the add files function here. So let me go back to my code. If you are getting any kind of question, so no issues. I am going to share this code with you in a GitHub. And if you have any doubt at any point, you can just provide the timestamp where you got a doubt and you can just add in a comment. So it will be helpful for me to directly navigate to that point and answer your query better, right? So then let's modify this onSave function. So currently it's just console.log. We don't want it. So let me just comment it. The first thing we have to do, the set up the context. So you see, I have created a service file. In that PnP, I have added the imports and written the SPF because we need this context for the PnP JS, right? So here, what I will do, I will just copy. I have already, so I will just directly copy it. So this is nothing I have created from my own mind. So this is the standard format. So you need to use this. Then after that, what we are going to do in case of null case only, right? So remember I told you earlier, when the file absolute URL is null, then only we are going to call this function, right? So if So here we are going to store the result in the E, right? So E dot file absolute URL equal to null. In that case, we are going to upload the file. We don't have to write the else block. I don't think we need it. We just need the if case condition here, right? So after that, we are going to use the file content here. So let me go back here. So in the response, you see the download file content. So if you see here, it's returning a promise, right? So this is the function we are going to use. So I will go here, download file content dot then. Let me just add that file. So let's say file upload result equals to, and we have to add a file. So let me just go back here. So let me just check for the function. Yeah, so this one, small upload, large upload, because we are just going to use the small upload less than 10 MB. So I'm not using all the function here. So just this one only. So just copy it and paste it here. So await, we need async as well. So I will add async and file name path. So here what we are going to do, the file name path we already have in e dot file name. The file we have in the result. So here we have the sp.web get server-related URL in the shared document, but I have choose to upload the file in this site asset. So I'm going to modify this. So instead of shared document, so let me just write the server-related URL of that. So this is my site asset and my folder web part images. Let me check web part images. Okay. And here after that, when this download file content returns a promise, so this is the response, and this is the exact same response we are going to add as a file content, and this is the parameter override true. So this is basically when a file has same name with two name, right? So it will override that file because we don't know what file names are added in the library, right? So here we have the file upload result. Let me just console whatever the result we get. Then after that, we have to refresh the property pane and just refresh the web part. So after the console, just refresh the property pane and re-render the web part. Otherwise you have to republish and reload the complete page, but I'm just doing the render here. And to display the file, let me just go to my here in the main tsx file. Let me just add one image control, and its source will be props dot file picker result dot absolute URL. So here we will wait. So here we have sp. So let's wait for it to finish. After 2 minutes, this has been finished. Let me go back, refresh it. Now edit the web part. Here we have the control. Let me click on upload and then upload the file. So here we get, so once the file is there, we get the file is uploaded. So let me check the web part image folder. So here you see the image 2.jpg has been uploaded. So we get the file in that library, and once the upload is done, we are going to fetch the absolute URL of it. So how we can do that? We already know this is this site, where our image is going to upload. So what we can do, so here we have the file upload result, but then there's one important thing as well. So we got the result only, but you need to store that result in this property as well, right? So we just this dot properties dot file picker result equal to, let me go back to my file picker control, and here we have this file picker absolute URL. So let me console that also, console.log. I will give the height and width. Height would be 500 and width will be 800. Just save everything and let's wait for it to run. So the code is run successfully, and here we can see, let me just refresh this. In the demo site we already got this, and if we open this, so let's check the file and the absolute URL structure of it. So let me go to details. So we just need the URL path of it so that we can customize to showcase. So let me just open it. So here we have the site asset web part image and the image name itself. Okay. So now what we need to do, whatever the image you are showing, it will not give the file absolute URL because it's null, right? Because we need to use it some modification. So let me just copy it from here directly. So here we have the this dot props dot context dot page context dot web dot absolute URL. Let me just write it in a string. So we got the absolute URL here, then we have the site asset and web part image. So just copy it and paste it here, and after that we have the image name. So image name we are already getting from the response. So here props dot file picker result dot image name or file name, whatever that. Okay, this one. Let me save it and let's check if we get the file result here. Now the code has been run, and after refreshing you can see the image is directly visible here. So let me just close it. Now image is visible. Let me just upload another image. Let's click on add file. I go to demo site and let's check whether it's uploaded or not. And you see the image is here.